Just got to test out the Taurus 4 by Alps Mountaineering for a wet weather test. Set up camp about 8 o'clock last night. It had been raining. You can see there's still puddles in the area. And it did not really stop raining all night. It's about 12 hours later. Constant rain through the night. And you can see from the outside there's still some droplets on it. I just shook off the tent a little bit. It's finally clearing up a little bit, but it's going to keep raining for the next probably 8 hours or so. So you can see we used a tarp, tucked it under to prevent any water from accumulating, and this tent did great. You know, there's not a single drop inside. The interior of the tent is completely dry. Extremely happy with this tent. You see, I still temperature is 55 degrees right now, so I still had some ventilation going. These are great. You know, it's a rigid strap, completely shuts it. Or if you want some ventilation inside, it locks itself in place. The campsite that we got was not perfect. See, we really had one location we could choose to set this tent up, because all down there was slightly lower ground and everything has puddles in it. When I woke up, there was some accumulation on the tarp, and that's just because it's downhill right here. So let me show you what there is. You can see right there, you know, this is not the floor saver that you buy with it that fits perfectly. It's just a large tarp. Sorry, it's morning, still haven't had my coffee yet. And when I woke up, there was puddles right here, just because I tucked it under so it wouldn't be sitting out in the rain, but some water is there. And you can see on the body of the tarp, there is a little slight moisture on it, and that's only because when we open and shut the fly itself, rain was able to get onto the tent. Let me show you inside real quick. Again, very good tent. Very happy with it. Sleeping 2 people in here, myself and my son. So room for storage since it's a 4-man. 2 people, 3 people fit in this very well. 4, you'd have to put everything outside. We are in a flash flood warning, and so I thought I'd show you how much water they've received here. We're in Annapolis, Maryland. And there's a couple porta potties. You can see all the water's accumulating right here. So this is a very short distance from where our campsite is. It's about 18 hours since we set up the tent, and it's still raining. So it's just about stopped raining. Satellite radar shows that it should be done, and we've had about 19 hours of rain, on and off. Some of it was heavy, some of it's just a constant drizzle, and you can see the results on the outside. You know, the rain's beat it up well. No water has gone in with the slope that we're on, since everything down there is still wet. As you saw, we set up on the highest ground we could find in this campsite, and because of that, you know, we're not perfectly flat. So our fear was that the water is going to accumulate down on this end of the tent, So that's why we put our feet on this end by the front door. And there was some water. You can see little bits of puddles. Every so often we'd get up and push that away just to make sure the rain is not staying in one spot. Right now this is open, so you can see a little moisture just from it getting wet, being open. And on the bottom, right in here, there was some water pooling, but it did not go through the tent. Even though the tent was sitting on it, it kept it out. Now, it wasn't really heavy, you know, just a small, tiny puddle. But you could see inside, you know, that was damp, but didn't go through it. So, great tent. This was the most rain I've gotten in this tent, and very happy with the design, especially so I can still get some ventilation. Today, or tonight, the low is going to be 60, and the high's been around 70. But being able to get that cross ventilation going, dry out the moisture that's inside of the tent right now. Windows are, I guess, cloudy based on the rain going around it. And you can see here, you know, rain still trickling around. But this is how we had to set it up, but it worked. So always happy with this tent. You can see the other review I've done on it, the original one, and also did a very short one showing what the inside of the tent looks like, you know, during a camping trip. So as always, please like the video if you like it. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe and put any comments down below.